Hey everyone, I am Artosis, and this is a replay people have been hearing about a little bit. LiquidRet against EGiNcontroL. Should be pretty excellent. I'm told that this is an amazing game. I cannot wait to see it. I haven't pre-watched. And really, two of the very best players in the world in this matchup going up against each other. Excuse me. Now, LiquidRet, of course, he's Ret. Do you not know who Red is? Seriously? This guy is absolutely an amazing player. He was a legend of StarCraft 1, one of the most talented individuals in the entire world. No doubt about that. Went into the GSL, died out in round of 32, I believe. But now he's going to be in Code, so that's fine. First try, round of 32, pretty damn good. You see some friendly banter going on. iNcontroL, on the other hand, his Protoss vs. Zerg is really top level, one of the very best of anyone in the entire world, much better than a lot of people that you may see in the GSL and other tournaments winning and whatnot. Astounding PvZ. So we're going to see this game. It is Shakuras Plateau, so it's going to be a big map, quite likely a long game, a macro game. That's what I mean by that. And well, it looks like Rhett is actually going to go for a hatchery first build. iNcontroL kind of sitting in his hatchery, wants to do a hatchery first build, but he'll have to pool first once he sees that there is in fact a pylon here. So just a late pool first build. Nice strong economy at this point. Goes up to 17 supply before that pool. Meantime, iNcontroL looks like he's just going to open up with a gateway build. So either we will see some sort of crazy rush or 3 warp gate expansion. I expect it to be 3 warp gate expansion. That's the style iNcontroL likes to play. Plays very straight up solid macro style in this matchup. Alright, well, Probe being a little bit annoying here. He's just zapping that pool over and over. I would like to say that this game was played on the US server, not to take anything away from any skill that we do see, but it's going to be a lot laggier for LiquidRet to actually play on this server since he is in Korea right now. See a very fast sinking gas from iNcontroL there. Pretty much right after the cybernetic score. Just boosting out some probes for now, making that Zealot to block the chokehold. And he's forced Rhett into, it looks like, a speed first build. Now, you get speed first, well, you're blocked with a pylon. The speed is going to allow Rhett to scout the map, be semi-aggressive with the lings, and just have kind of map control. Will he take his drones with cast? Yes, in fact, he will. Second queen immediately on the way. Rhett really does know what he's doing here. Going to throw that hatchery up right away. And I'm sure that we will see a creep tumor, because that's the way you do it. Alright. We're going to see another gateway going down for iNcontroL, and this tells me he yanks this one right away. The next one will come up pretty quickly here. Go ahead and make it. There you go. 3 warp gate, and spreading them out a little bit just in case something pokes its head in to see what's going on, giving him as little information as humanly possible. And look, that Overlord is even thinking about poking around over here, seeing if he can't see anything. And, you know, 3 warp gate openings, you can get sentries and zealots and go ahead and expand quite easily. So it's going to be a very safe and reasonably timed expansion against what Red is doing here. Now notice a very quick creep tumor here. Just as soon as his next queen pops out, he makes a creep tumor, because guess what? You can't just constantly larva inject. It's a waste. You get a lot of larvae that you actually can't use because you don't have that much money early on, especially with an opening like this. So just beautiful to see Red actually do that. Making a 3rd queen, in fact, as well. Ooh, very interesting. This will be mostly for spreading some creep. And just to be safe, he sees that iNcontroL is going for 1 base. And an Overlord even coming in to see exactly what kind of 1 base is. Sees just a couple sentries. Zerg at the bottom sees nothing yet. And I think iNcontroL is going to pretty much know. Or rather, Rhett is going to pretty much know. But it looks like he's not confident yet. Still wants to check out the rest of his base. And iNcontroL could run up here right now with these sentries and actually kill yet another Overlord. Very slow reaction time there, unfortunately. So, looks like Rhett's Overlord is going to get out. He realizes, okay, this is a 3 warp gate expansion. I'm pretty safe. Making a few Zerglings. see if he can't make him waste some force fields. Also, the Roach Warren, Rhett does love to put on some early pressure, make him waste force fields, and force him into getting detection as quickly as possible. Now notice this army, very well adept in killing off Zerglings. They aren't going to be able to do anything there. In the meantime, iNcontroL, just pumping out some additional units. And that was really cute. Overlapping 2 force fields right there, so the Zerglings couldn't run up, but yet leaving room to walk up the side. Basically just delayed those very fast units from going up. Really like that by iNcontroL. Also saves his units. Gets them up that ramp ASAP. Alright, so we have the Roach Warren done. The lair just finishing. Burrow instantly. And I think we're going to see Roach speed and Overlord speed very quickly as well. Might get Overlord speed first. It's a very important upgrade to get. We will see, though. As he reaches 100 gas, what is he going to choose to do? Rhett still making a ton of drones. Oh, look at this. Manor Pylon this late into the game. Cute move by iNcontroL. Just slowing down that expansion by a little bit while he goes up here to scout. And, well, just some drones come out. Ah, it looks like Roach speed is going to be the second upgrade. iNcontroL does have that forge. Still sitting on 4 warp gates now, getting a 3rd gas up. Gonna throw down that cannon. Very smart move. If you don't throw down the cannon, Burrow can really mess with you. Run up here and start attacking some roaches. The force fields all go up. Burrow. Wait for the force fields to go away. Keep attacking. And without that cannon, that can actually kill you. So, a very smart move from iNcontroL to do that. And he is going to go ahead and start chrono boosting out +1 attack immediately. I do like it. And also picking off this Overlord. In the meantime, Rhett still not getting Overlord speed. Just choosing to poke in where he can with, oh, even going to get an Overseer to poke in with. But poking in with Overlords and just letting them die right now. Now, that's going to be the 3rd base because this base got slowed down so much. This is much easier to attack for Protoss, so that might be a problem for Rhett. So, I mean, that is the type of thing. This pylon paid off so much because now Rhett takes this base. This was not the 3rd base he wanted, yet he's forced into it. Now we have the +1 still going. iNcontroL just kind of pushing a little bit. He can keep walking back and forth, eliminating any scoutinglings, just poking, not really going to try to kill anything, but it's quite good. Now we do have Rhett going in here with the Overseer. He needs to see as much information as possible. Overseer's not all that quick, dropping that Changeling, but that is not going to help. I think iNcontroL is going to know exactly where he is. Zergling's trying to see if they can't run in and see what they can see. Now, he has seen the robotics, he has seen 4 warp gates, and he has seen upgrading forge. So really, Rhett has gotten all the information, but he's spent like 4 Overlords and an Overseer. You know, that's what Zerg has to do, and so Rhett did it. So there you go. Congratulations, Rhett. You know what's going on. Now, Hydralisk Den with the range going up, getting that +1 range attack. You'll notice that really super-duper top-level Zergs are skipping Carapace a little bit now, because the Colossus does negate that so much. The math gets all messed up, and the Carapace doesn't really help that much. Kind of better to get those extra units or extra tech up quicker. So I imagine we're going to see Rhett on just 1 evolution chamber, at least for a good while. iNcontroL just keeps on pressuring, uses that watchtower, gets to see that, in fact, there is a base here with a lot of drones at it. Rhett, by the way, doing an amazing job droning up. I mean, this is a difference you'll see between Rhett and a lot of top players, except for this. Not quite using that gas up yet, just choosing to get minerals instead. And iNcontroL getting ready, knocking this down. I don't know if he'll want to commit fully to an attack right now. Let's take a look at the supply. 122 in Rhett's favor against 106. So definitely has more units. He may just force field this whole area and go for it, but that's going to be a little bit dangerous because Rhett's going to be able to run around and perhaps kill it. So Rhett very smartly backing up, throwing down just 2 force fields to slow down these units from coming in. If they had gone in single file, he could have turned on and battled them. So very smart move, keeping as many force fields as possible. Look at all that energy, all the purple bars, of course, being the energy. Now Rhett really macro up 115 against 116. And if we look at what else is building, finally a robotic spate going up for iNcontroL. He does have an Immortal out, getting that +1 armor as well. He's just about to be at 1-1. In the meantime, Rhett almost done his +1 range attack. A Spire on the way, another hatchery as well, expanding down here. And, well, Rhett is just going to want to sit tight and get his droning up as much as possible. He is starting to move out a little bit. This is quite a fearsome army, but with all those sentries there, iNcontroL not going to feel too scared right now. Notice that, not wasting a huge wall. You don't need to make a huge wall when you're like, oh, I don't want to do this battle. You make a few, and it makes such tight little choke points that Zerg absolutely will not engage. So EGiNcontroL saving as many as possible right now. Thermal Lance on the way, Colossus on the way. Does not have Twilight Council yet, so can't get any more upgrades for his ground units. Meantime, Rhett mixing in Zerglings, very awesome to see. Sometimes we see Zergs not mixing their Zerglings with this Hydra Roach composition, but the Zerglings can be very useful for running around and flanking quickly, getting a little bit more surface area on your opponent. Plus, of course, they're very, very cheap. Let's take a look at the unit counts. 56 drones against 62 probes, so both of them really macroing very well. EGiNcontroL looks like he is thinking it's about time to take another base. Throwing up a couple pylons for vision and for warping in units in various locations. And yeah, it's looking like he's going to take that third base much later than Rhett's, but EGiNcontroL just kept his unit count up so that he could not be killed. And it's looking pretty even right now. Rhett at 186, EGiNcontroL at 153, so Rhett is going to go ahead and max out, but do not fear for EGiNcontroL, because with these littler choke points that he's sitting at and his unit composition, all these force fields saved up, he's fine. There's no way Rhett can kill him right now. And Rhett knows that. He's making a lot of Corruptors, by the way. And this is something you do against Colossus heavy builds, but as I've said before, for people who've been watching the other EGiNcontroL commentaries I've been doing, this is only a couple Colossus, so it's not going to do quite as well, the Corruptors on it, against this. You know, you make all these Corruptors, and you really want them to be, having been getting Colossus a little bit earlier, you know, have maybe a few more so that the Corruptors do their damage, but as it is, those Corruptors, that is a lot of supply. If we take a look here, it's 7 of them, so it's, no, that's 8 now, so that's 16 supply against what was 12, now is 18, so a similar supply here, but here we go, making beautiful force fields there, and it looks like Rhett is going to snipe one of the Colossus, not losing any Corruptors. Very nice Corruptor control there, very good flank. EGiNcontroL not maxed out yet. In fact, I know he's not going to attack until he is maxed out, because that would be dumb. He's just now getting this third base up, adding more and more warp gates. I think we'll see him add a robotics reasonably soon, and getting blink. Very intelligent. Layer going into a hive, and that's going to... Ooh, he's going to get +1 as well, and morph these into Broodlords as soon as possible. That's why EGiNcontroL can blink, but right now it looks like Rhett wants to attack in here. Beautiful move here with these force fields, though. And realistically, EGiNcontroL could have microed this back a little bit, but very good battling by EGiNcontroL here. A lot of Corruptors going down, although all of EGiNcontrol's Colossus are out of here. Now notice Rhett, he is backing up. He does not want to keep fighting against this. And notice as he kills, this is beautiful. Look at this. 12 Hydras being made after he kills 14 now, after he kills all the Colossus, because Hydras are so superb against this unit composition. So Rhett just keeps on sacrificing some units to kill off Colossus as much as humanly possible, and then goes into more Hydralisk production to take out those gateway units. It's a beautiful thing. Alright, let's see what is being made here. Oops, I want to see. There's the supply. 200 for Rhett, 173 for EGiNcontroL, so he is catching up slowly but surely. And if we see what is being made right now, another robotics getting that +3 attack for his ground units. In the meantime, Rhett is at 2-1, starting that carapace a little bit later, not quite as important here. And here we go, Rhett kind of attacking again, going after that Colossus, killing almost instantly, and going, oh, beautiful. He is using the corruption on those front units, but EGiNcontroL using his force fields exactly right. Beautiful use of the force fields here, and just funneling these units down. Look at these Hydras in the back not being used, whereas the majority of EGiNcontrol's units are in fact being used. And he does go ahead and blink ahead. He wants to remove all these Hydras as well as the Corruptors if possible. And he does have a few units behind, but EGiNcontroL has a lot of work gates, got a good economy right now, taking a 4th base during this battle. So he's looking pretty good. Let's take a look at that supply again. 146 against 132. Now, Rhett is making a lot of Hydras at this point, a lot of Lings. That's a good way to do it when you have Mass Corruptor and you've killed off the Colossus a few times. Reinforced with Hydra Ling, it's going to be much better against the Protoss army. And, well, we see another engagement here, slowing those Hydras down from attacking. The Corruptors come in and remove immediately the one Colossus. And it looks like iNcontroL gonna make Rhett retreat once again, trapping a bunch of Hydras. Beautiful force fields right there. Misses this one, but gets that one off to actually kill off a ton of expensive Hydras. And iNcontroL just making the supply closer and closer. But Rhett has a pretty sick economy. He is trying to keep up right now. Has a lot of Corruptors out to keep killing off these Colossus. And, well, it looks like iNcontroL keeps on killing off big portions of Rhett's army. But let's take a look at what is being made right now. He is getting Zealot Charge, getting that +3 attack skill, +1 melee for Rhett, and the Greater Spire has just finished, so he's going to want to morph all of these into Broodlords as soon as is possible, because that is the kill unit right now in Zerg versus Protoss. You really need those Broodlords out. So iNcontroL making some more little pathways, but Rhett is coming up. I don't know if this is the right time to attack into this army. It's a pretty fearsome army indeed, and it looks like he's going to go ahead and try to take out these Colossus once again. Meanwhile, just taking out what bits of iNcontroL's army that he possibly can. But Rhett may have actually enough here. No, the more Zealots charging out, and it looks like iNcontroL will barely hold off this little attack, keeping this little bulk of sentries still alive. That's very, very important to keep them alive. Rhett keeps on coming back to attack, though. More and more Colossus going down to these Corruptors. They do have that +1 attack to help out. And Rhett just rallying in with some of the most superb rallying in macro that I have seen. He's really not on all that many bases to be doing this, but yet he is making it look easy. iNcontroL just keeps on warping in more units, and look at how close these battles are actually. It's rally units that end up winning each and every one of them. +3 Zealot's going to do very well against the Zerglings, but iNcontroL does in fact have to back up. He does have 2 robotics pumping out non-stop Colossus right now, and still Rhett not going for Broodlords yet. Looks like he wants to stay in the more tempo game. If you go for Broodlords, it's going to slow tempo way down. You have to way commit to attacks with them. They're very, very slow. Instead, choosing to just keep his units as Corruptors. Has he made any Broodlords yet? No, he hasn't. Just keeps on rallying out very fast units, just much lower tech units, because he wants to keep this tempo advantage where iNcontroL is off balance trying to defend. But iNcontroL getting this very fearsome army up. He has great upgrades right now, and it looks like Rhett wants to attack over here, but it may not be the best idea because he Zealots charge up, hold everything there, so that the Colossus can actually do their sick damage. Now more and more Roaches are coming in, and these Stalkers may in fact be in trouble. No, they are not. The good micro by those Colossus coming over to the side, and the Roaches smartly back up. Let's take a look at these supplies again. Even in supply at this point, iNcontroL fighting back like a man, and he has got a ton of probes up here, ton of probes there, ton of probes here. No probes up here because it's mined out, and he's just keeping a very good economy. I wouldn't be surprised if he even makes another Nexus relatively soon. Now, it looks like Rhett wants to go through the back here to attack into this space. Let's see here. Rhett, what are you doing? Let's see what he's making right now. Making some more Corruptors. I think it is time to make some Broodlords for Rhett. He realizes that. And, well, no real upgrades going, just a lot of Corruptors, some additional hatcheries as he does expand yet again. But pretty even bases. Problem is, iNcontroL, oh, very nice, sending out some DTs. These are great to have in the late game. You can punish a Zerg like this. Where is the Overseer? Where are the Spore Colonies? I don't see any. Does he have an Overseer? He doesn't. And these 3 DTs are going to be absolutely game-changing. Right now, very close. iNcontroL slightly ahead, but now he's going to be able to get way, way ahead with iNcontroL taking out drones, hatcheries, you name it. He's killing it. But at the same time, Rhett across the map going to go ahead and try to take out this this Nexus, which it looks like he will in fact do. iNcontroL killing this hatchery. And, well, still no detection over here for Rhett. A lot of kills there. The Nexus does go down. iNcontroL on the way, though. These Roaches are going to have to get out of here, or they are going to be taken out easily by iNcontroL's main army. And now some Broodlords are being made. A lot of drones have been killed. A hatchery has been killed, but so has a Nexus. So these guys staying neck and neck. Rhett below on supply a bit right now. He is down to 120 against the 163 of iNcontroL. And look at this. A lot of Colossus. A reasonable amount of Stalkers, a good amount of sentries in the late game. You don't see that often enough, and that is going to be absolutely superb. Even switching over to some Immortals at this point, that's kind of interesting. You saw a lot of Roaches, so while that will be getting you against that, it's going to be almost worthless against a large amount of Broodlords, but this is not yet a large amount. We're going to have to see what iNcontroL chooses to do against those units. He is getting a... Ooh, what upgrade level is this? Level 2 armor. So he's still pumping out the great upgrades. iNcontroL right now with a sick army. If we take a look, 127 against 175. iNcontroL definitely in the lead here. And more DTs coming in to harass. And if nothing else, at least costing some mining time for Rhett. iNcontroL just pushing forward, pushing back, constantly darting in and out. That's so smart to do. If you're not going to attack, use your APM if you have it to go out there and pretend that you're attacking. It scares Zerg senseless. It makes them make more units instead of drones when they shouldn't be. It's just an excellent, excellent move. Now we have more Broodlords popping out. iNcontroL sitting with this army. It looks like he wants to hit a nice max before actually moving out. He's got this additional base up, so he's actually mining from 2 bases. Notice that the natural and the main are mined out. For Rhett, the natural and the main are mined out. He's got this base still, not the greatest drone saturation, only 1 on gas, only a handful on the minerals. If we look down here, good saturation on the minerals, but he really needs to be mining, well, not right now. He doesn't actually need gas now that I look up here. He has plenty of gas right now. Now Roach is coming along the side here. Looks like they want to see if there's another Nexus. There's not. They may want to run down here and see if they can't do a little bit of damage. But instead, he does turn around because iNcontroL is counterattacking. He sees the Roaches up there. He's like, well, you cannot engage this without your full army because this is a Protoss max, and Zerg needs every single unit they have to attack one of these. So he's going to go ahead and eliminate one of these expansions, and Rhett is looking like he is pretty dead here. Well, cute fungal on the Colossus. Unfortunately, that doesn't stop Colossus from moving. Doesn't matter, they have such range, they don't need to anyways. And it looks like iNcontroL going to be able to take this game. GG, and well, we will see GG in just a moment. So yeah, thank you for watching this epic game. Awesome game. 2 totally good players going in at it. And definitely do watch Rhett and iNcontroL. They are 2 of the best non-Koreans, and in fact, better than most of the Koreans. So definitely quite a treat to see this replay. Thanks for watching.